Hello. Those were an exciting couple of episodes, weren't they? But we're not done. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Thanks for the heart. Hey, hey. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Where'd we go? Hey, hey. Oh shoot, I used up all my bunnies. Yeah, it's so like tentative and like shy and like runs away and stuff, but it also has like giant like spiked ball in its mouth to fire at you if you try to corner it. Almost got hit by the same arrow twice. That would have been insulting. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay, okay. Hold on just a moment. Okay, that ranger is gone. We got a little bit of health here. Hey, what's up? Boom, 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 boom. Strength tonic, ultimately unhelpful. That's a lot of strength, I will admit, but yeah, it's kind of weird how there's like things to boost your strength. There's like steroids, right? Do steroids just give muscle? No, no, steroids must also increase performance, right? Or else they wouldn't be like banned in the Olympics and stuff. So stuff to like artificially enhance like your strength and all that. Oh shoot, no, 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 no. Okay, you know what? Put this down for a moment. Grab a ring of fire protection. Would unequipping this grimoire right now, like, just kill me? Okay, got some experience, but that's not quite enough. Oh gosh, I need health. Where are my rabbits? Yay! Come on. Okay, I got an extra point. Right, yeah, I need my bunnies. Hi! Da-da-da. I'm gonna finish playing this game, and I'm gonna go and watch some Owl House, yo. What, you think that this was enough for my daily allotment of lesbians? Okay, technically I haven't gone far enough into the game to know that the characters are going to wind up. But I mean, so yeah, strictly speaking, they probably won't actually wind up as a couple because it's a Disney show. And Disney would never do that. But I've seen enough fanfiction to make me want to watch the show itself. And frankly, that's all that one really needs, right? All one really needs is their own hopes and peaceful desires. Come on. Perfect. Come on. No. Why'd you run away from me? Come on, we're playing. We're having a game. You have your whip, and I have my magic. We'll see who outlasts whom. Oh, wait. There's a... Ah! The camera running away from me like that was not helping my case at all. No. Okay. Almost level 9. If I can at least get up to like level 9, then at least then this run won't have been a complete waste, you know? Bunny! Oh, come on! Also, like, the whole implication that, like, Coco woke up from having been, like, killed. Like, yeah, she just wakes up in this unfamiliar place. She sees this sword and goes, oh. Where's the... Wait. Where's my... Wait, where's my map? Okay. And that wasn't like any sort of a key. Gosh, that was sucks. She just goes, well, I guess Tama brought me here to try to revive me with the sword of the Necromancer, but considering she doesn't have it with her right now, I guess I should go in and find her. Yeah, this can't be a good sign. I got the floor key. Also leveled up and increased heart. Okay, 7 hearts. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Missing magic would also been nice. I wonder if all of the level ups are like predetermined. If like Coco reaching level 9 gives heart every time. Or if it's random, so one could like keep reloading and hope to just keep getting like magic instead. Ow. Alright, this boss. This boss isn't that hard, right? Yeah, you just wait for it to use its laser, dodge that, and go and attack it somehow. Come on. Maybe the, like, always crit thing would help against the, shield of this boss as well. Unfortunately, my ranged attack is light, so it seems to do 0 damage. So I actually do have to run in. Wait, hold up a second. No, this attack is just always doing damage. Wait, what? It always does damage, but only when it's like off screen? What? The health bar is going down. It does damage, but only when the boss is off screen. Wait, I found a glitch, y'all! Okay, let me show off this glitch. You can see the boss's health bar in the bottom right going down when I cast a spell at it, but it specifically only does that when the boss is off screen. Does the shield not exist when the boss is not on screen? Does the game not recognize something taking no damage if it can't be, like, seen? Was this how I defeated the first boss? Push it off screen and then just keep attacking. The boss can be hurt as long as it's not on screen. Also, third boss done. Protection, heart restore, dash save, and also slow prevention, because that's what it came with. The other 3 things. Top of the line. I'd rather just have... Oh, wait! Flower!
practicing what we learned. We will. A month has already gone by since we arrived in Undira, meeting their people and hearing their problems. One of the things that worried me the most when we arrived in the capital was the number of kids, some really young, who wandered in the streets unattended while their parents worked to put food on the table. The older children spent their days doing hard work that clearly should be the responsibility of an adult. After locating all their parents and talking to them, I was able to convince them to let me give classes to their kids so they could learn the basics. Persuading the adults was not an easy task, but luckily, most of them were no dumb faithful. So my status as a future high priestess helped me to gain their trust.
Is it finally over? About time.
If it were up to me, I would stay with them until they grew up and teach them everything I know. But we must continue on our journey. Besides, we agreed with their parents that this would be all the time we would have with them.
Great. I was starting to take root. Really don't like spending so much time in one place. A month. I think this is the first time since my parents died that I slept so many days in a row in the same city.
You should know that I only decided to stay here because of you.
What?
There was something you said when I told you about the instructions I received from the temple sages. I believe you were correct. Any child should have the right to receive such an education.
I think I was talking about living a carefree life like yours. But if you could make something good out of my nonsense, then I'm glad.
Don't you believe the same?
Most of these kids don't have a future. I don't know how reading and writing could change any of that. Chances are they'll go back to their usual lives now, and all the time you've spent on them won't mean a thing.
If they can read and write, it will be easier for them to build a future for themselves. As long as at least one or two of them do that, I will be happy. They will be able to learn from those who came before us, discover new things on their own, and pass that knowledge on to those who come later. Do you not find it wonderful?
I managed without any of that.
Wait, what? You cannot read?
What's the point? You don't need to read books to steal them. Also, it's not like I had someone to teach me.
Well, that will change. I promise.
She has the flower!
Place and spent the afternoon among books. You learned surprisingly fast. Even though you did not seem to put much effort into it, and you were doing this just so I could stop bothering you. Wow, it is amazing how fast you are grasping these lessons.
I guess I may have picked up a couple of things from your classes. I did spend a whole month sitting by your side.
Even if that were the case, it is impressive. It is always harder for an adult to learn new things.
Ah, I get it. Like you and our sword lessons, huh?
Oh.
That is a completely different matter. Here, read this. Legend.
Who's the one reading? You or me?
Sorry.
The Legend of the Necromancer.
Oh, sure.
What does that mean? Necromancer.
Oh, sure. Necromancer. You know how to pronounce necromancer even though you don't know what it is. So you can't use the context clues of, well, it's a big word that starts with N. It's probably necromancer. If you don't even know what a necromancer is and you come across that word, how do you read it flawlessly on your first attempt?
He uses dark arts to manipulate death, and thus the dead.
Nice. So what's it all about? If I have to read this thing on my own, it's going to get dark before I finish.
But that is precisely the right way to learn. Well, since this is your first time, I will make an exception. But from now on, you will have to read it all by yourself, all right? Legend says that deep within these mountains, a heretic violated the will of the gods in order to achieve eternal life. The heretic succeeded in this aberrant attempt and created a tool for forbidden rituals that would grant immortality, and perhaps even bring back the dead. Over the centuries, many have tried to claim that power for themselves, but all they found in the Necromancer's crypt was their demise. They say that the instrument the Necromancer created is also a weapon. They call it the Sword of the Necromancer.
Roll credits.
Oh, spooky. So this is just a campfire story to scare the kids, right?
That is how most people see it, but it is indeed a true tale. This is something that happened a long time ago.
Seriously? You expect me to believe that?
Do you remember what I told you about my lineage? Aside from taking care of the Temple of Nodam, we are also in charge of transcribing their history. The Necromancer was reduced to a folktale, but he did indeed exist at some point. And if the heretic was as successful as the story says, he ought to still be alive.
So you're saying that there are dark sorcerers around? Come on.
No, just one.
I never lie. I think we are alone now. There does not seem to be anyone around. I did not want you to consider me a liar, so I opted to use my magic. That way you would see it with your own eyes. Something simple but flamboyant, enough for you to believe me.
What? What the hell is that?
This is magic, you skeptic. The light of Nodam.
That's impossible! It's all smoke and mirrors!
Not at all. You need only understand the laws that govern this world. That is why the ancestors left us their writings, the grimoires, where such things are explained. Unfortunately, there are those who use that knowledge to stray from the path of the gods and commit acts that should not be named. Like the Necromancer.
And you can use that magic because you're a descendant of the Nodam?
We could say that I have an innate aptitude for it due to my ancestry. But the truth is that everyone would be able to do it too if they applied themselves. After learning to read the grimoires, of course. So are you interested in reading now? You looked away like an embarrassed child. As if trying not to be heard much, you answered.
Yes.
All right! Then you teach me how to fight, and I will teach you to read the ancient language and use the grimoires. Does that sound good?
It's a deal.
Okay, so that is how Coco can wield the sword of the Necromancer and actually be not terrible with it because they shared their talents with each other. Brilliant, beautiful, incredible, amazing. Wait, what? Wait, what? Yeah, screw the mystical halberd. I'm taking this mask of +3 magic. Ah, no bunnies, no health potions. Oh gosh. What the? Seriously, ranged attack. Awesome. Eh. Hey, yo, I'm just glad that I have my, like, infinite dash. Whee! Nope. 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 There we go. Done, done. Hey, shard of heart. That's nice stuff, right? So yeah, as we've learned, they've been teaching each other how to do things, so that's how, you know, sword and magic for both. Hey, soul is up. Ugh, the map. Oh god. Lately I've been getting games to my little brother and he's just been absolutely loving them. I wonder if you would enjoy this one as well. It's definitely of interest. Ice and dark, but no crit chance. Magic up by 1. Yeah, magic is right now 6. Yeah, well, I know where the boss dungeon room is now. Wait a second. Yeah, I just did that one, so this one is the 4th. It's the skeletons, which I should have a much easier time dealing with. Now they have light attribute attack. Light and dark. So I'll either do neutral or super effective if I change up my attack pattern. Come on. Come on. Holy no! Gosh. Come on. I just need to grind on these little skeletons down here for a little bit. Wait a second. Nope. Nope. Apparently this boss is too good for the whole, push it out of frame and still manage to hurt it thing. Come on, come on, come on. Ah! Oof. Come on. I just need a bit more life. Come on, darlings. Whew. Okay, okay. Yeah, they'll either take 1, 4, or 10 damage based... But it's not like they'll take 1 damage from both. Okay. Knock you down again. Oh, shoot. Ah, every time I accidentally get hit by a thing, I have to stop and heal, and then try again. Hey buddy, as long as those skeletons stay way over there. I guess we can low-key stop the madness for a little while if we just run past it for a moment. Lure it into slamming down. I guess because, with the other bosses, if you attacked them while they were defending, you would actually deal 0 damage. With this one, you just don't deal damage. So, getting the boss off screen to attack negates the, negates the 0 damage and turns it into the, like, classic. Well, you have to deal some damage, even if it's resisted. Yeah. One more flow to go. Also,
Shit! That hurts. Hold still. You were such a bad patient. You never stopped moving, and I could not heal your wounds like that. You had a horrible gash in your side from that fight.
Doesn't look so good, huh?
Quit worrying yourself. It is but a flesh wound. I will be able to treat it if you just let me do my job.
Nobody told me that other than being a priestess, a dancer, and a teacher, you were also a physician.
yeah, she was very busy.
As I stated before, the sages in the temple instructed me across all areas of expertise. Where did you get that dancer thing from?
Yeah, so you've mentioned. I just didn't know that medicine was also part of the lot. Ow! Are you sure you know what you're doing?
The pain means it's working.
Most certainly. Just allow me to apply this ointment.
Don't! That stings! Ouch!
This is your fault for pouncing on those bandits without thinking.
Hey, this is no way to treat a patient. Go blame those dumbasses. They're the ones who shanked me.
Truth be told, you were very brave back there. The townsfolk will be very grateful to you for scaring those scoundrels away. Hopefully they will leave this town alone for a long time.
Those assholes will never come back. Not after how we humiliated them.
Were they part of your gang?
What? You think there's only one bandit gang in the whole world? These were some petty thieves, pretty run-of-the-mill. Got a hit on me out of sheer luck. They weren't even out for blood. If they were from my old gang, we would have been in a lot more trouble, believe me.
Ouch! More, past shadowing.
Well, all that matters is that thanks to your courage, these good people will be able to live in peace. You were quite the hero.
It wasn't all me. Your little magic trick with the lights frightened them so much they ran off thinking a witch was out to get them.
That is true. Then we are the hero and the witch.
Come on. If witches were a thing, you'd be the complete opposite of them.
Aww, that is so sweet of you. But they do exist. Remember that story about the Necromancer I told you some time ago?
But that sounds more like a folktale to me.
Well, it is not. There are those who have used the knowledge from Nodam with dark intent to defy the gods. The Necromancer was one of them. Maybe the one who committed the most unforgivable offense.
Well, you have to admit that reviving the dead and being immortal has its perks.
No, never! That is against the will of the gods! No matter how much it hurts us, that is how it should be. Everything has a beginning and an end, whether we like it or not. That is also part of the beauty in life, is it not? The fact that we know that it will end at some point makes us live our days with more purpose.
Said the priestess who has spent all her life locked away until now and will lock herself up again once this journey ends. Hey, ouch! That was on purpose!
That was because you did not stop moving. It seems I will have to rely on less orthodox methods to heal you.
What, are you gonna give it a
As my
kiss?
last resort. The wound was graver than it seemed at first look, and I was afraid it would fester and become much worse.
Whoa, what are you doing? Is this magic too?
Shh, quiet now.
You can heal me with magic?
Yes, but I should not. This will only speed your recovery, yes? I will not allow any harm to befall my hero.
Just very She has healing magic. But why can she not use it on herself? Wait, what is this? Some sort of a necromancer? Alright, this is a restore rabbit. Nice. Hey, why are you only healing me for 2? You healed the skeleton for like 3. Dark light, status prevention. Oh, it's a fire bunny! It's a fire bunny! That's why it's all bad. Okay. We're already on the 5th floor of the dungeon. This is like, what, 3rd attempt with Coco? Honestly, it's all about the gear. And just not getting unlucky. Honestly. I kind of do want to level up one more time. Aha! Looks like they're both dead. Not wasting all that time for this one. What's up? Oh, that's just the sound of the ice. Shoot. I thought there was like a nice, like, collectible or something. I really, really want Tama and Coco to live a happy life together with, like, a pet bunny that they kidnapped. Gosh, I'm just getting huge tell me about the rabbits, Georgie energy from all of this. And how was I to know that the pessimistic outlook would wind up being the right one? Would be interesting if her max level cap is less. Of course. Ow, no. Come on, up! Up! Come on, stand up again! Teal. Wait for it. Yeah! Magic has increased. Yes, now it's like 7. Even more damage. Perfect. We only have 2 bunnies. Should be plenty.
The rain caught us by surprise. Soaking wet, we ran to the inn and got into our room. We took off our clothes and put them to dry, wrapping ourselves in blankets in front of the fireplace to warm up. After what had happened that day, I felt totally helpless and impotent. Being naked and freezing only added to that feeling.
It's raining cats and dogs out there, huh? We're totally drenched. What's the matter? Are you alright? I've never seen you this down before.
Upon hearing those words, I could not take it anymore and started crying. All this time I was playing strong, enduring all the bad that we had experienced during the trip. But what we saw that day was too much for me.
Hey, what's wrong? Tell me.
I cannot. I can do nothing.
It's about what happened this morning, isn't it? It's not the first time I've seen something like that, and it won't be the last. Shit happens. Don't dwell too much on it.
Do people really suffer so much?
Mm-hmm.
Such is life.
I am useless.
What?
I am a fraud. I will never be able to help people just like Father. Now I understand everything. Now I understand why he gave up. I am completely useless. I cannot change anything.
Hey, that's not true. You've helped so many people during this journey, remember? I mean, you can't help everybody, but that's just life. You can't be everywhere at once.
But what is the point then? Even if I can help some, there will always be people suffering in every corner of the world.
Not every corner. You help one person, that's one less corner of the world that is suffering.
It is so crushing.
But those that you do help live better lives. Even just a few is better than none, right? Do you remember the one town that was constantly raided? Thanks to you, that won't happen anymore. Or at least for a long time. And for that time, those people will live in peace.
Well, that was thanks to you and your strength. Without you, we would not have made it this far. As soon as we return to Euda, I will have to stay, and you will leave me. I will be powerless to help anyone!
So, let's not go back.
What are you saying? I cannot do that.
You don't want to make the same mistakes as your father, right? He can't do much because he's always hidden away in his temple. That's no way to help anyone. Problems aren't solved from a distance, nor do they come to you so you can solve them. You have to go where the action is.
Are you asking me to neglect my obligations and roam the world trying to fix everything ourselves? Such tripe.
Just a suggestion. And, well...
You started to look around, like searching for an escape route. After stuttering a couple times, you looked at me.
I mean, if you're going to do something like that, it's dangerous to go alone. You'll need a good bodyguard to protect and escort you.
What do you mean?
Well, this journey hasn't been that bad, and we're already halfway there. Why not make it a little longer and help a few more folks here and there? We could keep going. Forever.
But if we do not return to Euda, I will not be able to pay you. What about your dream? What about raising cattle and living a peaceful life?
Tell me about the cattle, Tama.
My dream?
You approached me and looked at me in a way I had never seen, as if you were gazing into my soul. I could see myself reflected in your eyes, weeping. I did not want you to see me like that.
I think I found a better one.
I was about to ask what you meant by that when my words were silenced by your lips. You leaned towards me and kissed me. It was so warm and sweet. I would be lying to myself if I said that the idea had never crossed my mind. We had been traveling together for many months, living the day-to-day, overcoming adversities. knowing each other. I had long been seeing you in a different way, and I had my suspicions that the same thing was happening to you. And you just confirmed it to me then. Bar was that stranger with whom I spoke to from behind the bars of a cell. You became my bodyguard, and little by little, a friend. And now you were much more than that for me. Someone irreplaceable. Was that good? Is it fine for me to take your dream away? Do I even deserve something like that from you? You stopped kissing me and glanced at me as if you were asking yourself if what you did was the correct thing. You looked worried. It was at that moment that I made up my mind. I wanted to be with you. And I wanted to keep helping people. You were right. We had to continue traveling and never go back to Ada. And what if that meant not fulfilling whatever was expected of me? It was time to do what I thought was convenient. But what I desired the most in that very instant was kissing you and loving you all night long. I thank you, Tama. Thanks to you, I found my own way. No priest or priestess of Nodam had done something like that before. Doing it would imply to break the tradition my ancestors had been perpetuating during centuries. However, that tradition did not help me make the world better. What is the purpose of storing all that knowledge if we do not put it to use? For whom are we doing this, if the people of the continent are dying, scraping by, suffering every day? Yes, I can do it. We can do it. We will not be able to help everyone, but we will aid everyone we can. That will not solve everyone's problems, not now, but it will plant the seeds so the circumstances improve in the future. Not for us, but for those to come. I saw myself reflected in your eyes once again. There was no longer a trace of that sad girl, but of a completely different person. A woman willing to fight for what she believes in. And with you by my side, I know I will achieve it.
Let's do this. You look different.
Run away. Please.
No! No! Ah! I was expecting her to have, like, all of the, like, you know, things that we had given to her over the course of the run. She has become the Necromancer. No! Hold on 1 second. Because apparently that's not quite the end. Alright. One more time.
Run away. Please.
You trained me well, Tama. I see I've trained you well as well. I'm doing what you're saying. I am running. Isn't this how it's always going to end? You with your little axe, and me with more magic than you'd ever know what to do with. Last hit has to come from the sword.
I am so sorry.
Wait, Coco dies?
doing?
I am sure this will be enough to break your deal. A life for a life. He said something like that, right? With this, I break the pact, Necromancer. Set Tama free!
Clever girl.
I know everything about you, Zane. I know how you deceived countless people to extend your lifespan. I know your lies. I am not going to let you do the same with Tama! Be gone!
This is not over. I am eternal!
What happened?
Do not worry. Do not move. I'm going to heal you.
What are you doing here? You should have fled. What have you done, Coco? You must live. If you don't, all I've done...
I will not let you sacrifice yourself for me.
Why?
For the same reason you have done the impossible to bring me back to life. Tama, I died once. I'm dead already. It is you who must live. I would never forgive myself for continuing to live, knowing that it was at the cost of your life. Do it for me. Enjoy the days you have left in this world. Make the most of them. And then tell me all about your adventures when we meet again someday.
Coco.
I will never forget all that you have done for me. My hero. All the things we have been through together. It seems it is time. The Necromancer's spell is starting to wear off. I am so happy for having had the chance to see you once more, Tama. And to be able to bid farewell in a more dignified manner than the last time.
Coco, wait! I have to tell you something.
I do not have much time left.
I love you! And I always will!
I love you too, Tama.
I love you, Coco.
I mean, I guess I knew that was how it was gonna end. Necromancy is... Yeah, I see it in fictions, of course. People get into the dark magic, they get into necromancy to try to bring a loved one back to life, but it's never quite right. It's never quite the same. It never works the way you want it to. That's why it's, you know, shunned by the gods. It's corrupted. The Necromancer has the power to just bring Coco back, but what? Why the deal? Only if they could use Tama as a host could they bring... What if Coco continued to live off of Tama's spirit and then just, you know, dragged her away? Brought her out and... what, taught her how to live again. How to be human once more. Even though, even with all those voices in her head. That would have been a better ending. They were still, in a way, alive together. Might not have ended too well, but things never do end well, do they? That's why endings are so sad. And all in all, it was all for naught. At least if Tama destroys the Necromancer, stops anyone else from suffering through this, takes the sword, and leaves the place, spreads the word far and wide that Necromancer has been destroyed. Would the sword continue to function outside of the mountain? Could it bring animals back to life? Could it bring pets? Or just the monsters? And what drives the monsters if they don't have a soul to begin with? These monsters felt emotions. And like I said, those bosses, denial, anger, bargaining, and then depression, finally acceptance. I saw it coming from a mile away, honestly. Not too thrown back by the twist, but I am waiting. I am waiting. See if there's something more. More to be seen after the credits. No, can't be skipped. So we're gonna sit here and watch a couple of credits, but this game has been nice, and I had been putting it off for a bit. I think next week, on the same day, what, Tuesday? Sorry, next week I'll start uploading some Tantakiri stuff. New thing came out back on the 13th. The new expansion, the second house, came out. Already recorded a couple episodes. I'm sure I'll record more. Finish up the house. That'll be another 10 or so episodes, probably. Just went through this whole thing. Made herself strong, and then Coco made herself strong. Going from the very start where all you have is a sword, and then learning how the monsters fight, how they react, learning how much health they have, how to tell their types apart, how to deal with type advantages, how getting enchantments, using the enchantments, getting stronger in more ways than one. All that is thrown away now. All of that talk of Coco having divine blood in her, and nothing came from it. There has to be something after the credits, right? That's the last sort of hope I have to hold on for. And it's 4 AM, okay? It's 4 AM. Just spent 3 hours playing this. And plus a little bit more. I had to run through the whole dungeon again as Coco. That was pretty fast though. I enchanted that second mask I found, so things went well. It does make me want to write something nice, something sweet, something kind. Something where the ending might just be just as bad, or maybe something with a good ending. Maybe I should write something nice. It's good to read nice things. It takes you away from the pain of the world, at least for a little bit. And then, of course, like everything else, the story comes to an end. However, whatever kind of an end that might be. I was never good with farewells, and I'm not good at this farewell either. I feel like I've been playing this for so long, been working so hard, and like I had guessed every single twist that came of this. 5 bosses. I saw that there were 5 bosses ever since I saw the first. The first boss, Denial, when it closes its eye, it's just immune to damage. Unless you use that little glitch. Or you crit it, apparently. Maybe if you cast spells from a distance, they count as crits, so they still deal damage. Yeah, Denial. Anger, the boss that rushes after you and will eventually just start to drop bombs. Sometimes the head is vulnerable, sometimes the tail is vulnerable, sometimes it's both. Bargaining. What was that third boss? Right. How was that bargaining anyway? It could attack you only while you attacked it. What is it? Laser attack, spin attack, and occasionally a magic attack. Of course, just run away and blast magic, and it all works out to be the same, but lead it away. I don't know. That one might be a bit of a stretch. Still 5, though. And then Depression, the one boss that is actually just caught in place. That leads I mean, yeah, sure, it's the second boss to lead an endless stream of enemies at you, but this endless stream of enemies drops hearts, so you could fight that boss forever. If the boss just never dropped its head, if it never dropped its hands, you would just fight that forever. A much more depressing end. And then Acceptance. It is the Necromancer. It is the creature of 1,000 lifetimes who... Yeah. Some sorcerer found a way to be immortal, and the way to be immortal is to take over the body of the next person who comes by. Seeking their own immortality and give it to them. They see something else, give it to them, and take their body away. Use it for your own self. I still think that might have been a better ending. Leaving Tama as the Necromancer, or bringing her out. She's strong. She can deal with the voices of, what, dozens? Hundreds? Thousands of people who have come before her? She's the one in the... Yeah, it's her body now. She's the one ultimately in control, even though she did go and fight Coco. Maybe this is another ending. If you just leave, or if you just keep on with the fight with Coco, but just never end it. If you don't stab her, the fight won't end. Just don't do that. Just keep going and keep fighting. At least I found that dying in the final fight isn't an ending. You just get sent right back to the base. But again, if there's a thing in this where it's like beat the entire game in one life in order to like find the true ending, I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to do it. It's not going to be good. It might not be fun, but if I can get a good ending of it, it's going to be worth it. You just have to get lucky, I guess, in the first, get lucky and just get a bow in the first area. Or a spell. Get a grimoire. Start casting your few spells at the enemies ahead of you, and just hope that you find good equipment. Debate on if leaving the dungeon through the teleporters counts as dying or not. Because if it is safe to do that, then yeah. Beat the bosses, get the stuff, leave through the teleporter. Not necessarily for the sake of leveling, but if you get enough gear. Oh gosh, collecting all the gear. Okay. Collect enough, just get the few upgrades you need one at a time. Run through, fight that first boss, go and upgrade something. Over and over and over again, or not so much that way, just run in and hope and, yeah, try to use coward strats. get some sort of ranged weaponry and just coward strat all of the enemies. It would be possible. I've learned a lot of how to fight the bosses themselves. The second boss still gives some issue, but first boss isn't bad. I'm going to just pause the recording and put it back again if something else happens. Like, we're only on the ends. This might be the last string of names. Oh. Hold, like, N to fast forward. What? Well, I would have been doing this for the past 10 minutes. Special thanks. Oh, hey. It's the end. And fine. Yeah. And you for playing. Tell me about the cattle, Tama. What happens? What? There's no point, right? There's no point to it all. You can go in and you can keep fighting. You can go back and try to replay. Maybe there is an extra ending. Nothing says so. I'm gonna find out before I go and rush through and do it, but otherwise, this is the end of sort of the Necromancer.